If your relation with your mother, father is not good, you can never fall in love with yourself. You can never fall in love with the present cosmos. For example, on that deeper level, if you are against your mother, you are going to have troubles all your life because she forms your DNA and you are against the very root of your construction. So that's why in India they say that you have to have very good relation with your parents. Now, the key to that good relation with your parents, because it's related with body and energy, key to that is that do not see them as your parents, but see them as humans. Out of their bodies came your body. So you don't have to compromise to their ego, but you can still honor the body they are, the energy they are, because that's way to heal it. Because mostly people, I had this issue that I hated my parents for what they were. But my breakthrough happened when recent years back, I remember all the 4, 5 years which I hated when my mother used to bitch about her life to me, about my father to me, and all that. And I had a breakthrough when I remembered that everything got okay within me, was that I realized this was not my mother. This was a young girl crying out to me. Even my mother didn't know that it's her young girl, which got interrupted after marriage and which had her dreams. Once you know that it's a human being who has energy and they're expressing and it is kind of interrupted, that's where you stop blaming them for your being parents, the father, mother. You start to have understanding of that human who suddenly gave birth to you. Now they're learning to, if they know at all, to be your parents. But for a child, parent is like the boss and the god. And how could you do this to me? You have to understand what your parents know. Who trained them to be a parent? They could do with whatever they have known from their parents. That's all. Controlling and pushing you here and there and fulfilling their own ambitions through you. So, how it changes the relation is that once you accept them as a DNA combination, as a human being, then you will have a compassion for your own body as well. It comes from them. So now you can touch your body and feel that it's something beautiful, part of the earth, the mother, not part of that family. You understand? Essentially, spirituality is connecting with the original mother and father, the Shakti, the energy, and awareness. Shiva. Shakti is the mother, awareness is the father aspect, the wisdom, the light aspect. For example, when you're doing humming, you're experiencing your primal mother and father. Rest, there are no mothers and fathers or relatives. We are all coming waves of the one ocean. So there is only common relation is through that energy of cosmos. Others are just mind-made games in which we kind of play games with each other. Now, this may sound very cold-blooded philosophy. Actually, this is the love philosophy, because our love is conditional with different people according to the relation, according to how you know them. But once you know that everybody is the same wave of the ocean you are in, their natural connection is felt. This natural connection is what love is, not that emotional state of heart. It's the awareness of oneness with each other. Then creates an empathy and understanding. So this is very important on the physical level to have a really heal psychologically your relation with your parents. You have to forgive them, not that you know better, they did not know better, because you also do not know better as a psychology and they did not know anything better as a psychology. But you belong to the same earth, same energy. We all are going through a struggle. They are separate travelers. On the way, you are traveling with them. And this has to happen. Otherwise, this parents' mother hate keep on playing out in your relations. Even though you hate your father, you keep looking for your father in your boyfriend. Even though you hate your mother, you keep looking for the same mother into the women you meet. And then once you love them, you start to hate them also, and you don't understand why this is happening. I know this because I hated myself, because my body was carrying DNA of my mother and father, and I kind of did not like them. But when I finally understood that they are not father and mother, they are the human beings who have their own journey. And essentially, nobody is anybody's father or mother. It's a journey of that primal mother father whose energy is there. Only then comes a acceptance of your body. It is carrying the imprints of your parents. And people who have a bad relation with parents, this can be criterion. Ask your girlfriend or boyfriend, how's your relation with your parents? People love to go, oh, my father is bad, mother is bad. Never go for that relation because it will get fucked up because they do not essentially love themselves. And once you love them, they will hate you for it because how dare you love me because I hate myself. And that's how toxic relations continue. People say, I do not know why I keep on staying in that relation. This guy is bastard to me or this woman is bitch to me. Because that is what you love. You love to be hated because that's what you learned. Understand? It's very simple. It's not some complex analysis. If you do not love this body, how it feels, how it exists. You see, very important in this is that get out of the archetype of parent. You understand what I'm saying? Archetype in psychological term, that there is a certain role or job description for parents and mother. Because they given birth to you, you apply the collective idea of parent or mother on your parents. But a way to heal is, which helped me to heal, that day I saw in my bitchy and bitter mother, the little girl of a human being also crying. That day my poison against her disappeared. I felt that young girl who is interrupted and bitching as an old woman to me about her life. That's where I realized once you see the human in your parents, also you have to also let go the parenthood in your mind. Start to look at them. Okay, they did the responsibility, they had their fun, and you are here. Doesn't mean they are parents. Because psychologically, the game we're asking from parents to babysit you and all that, then you pay the consequence. Then you have to babysit them. But when you stop seeing your parents as parents, but another human being who had a childbirth, who grew up as a young boy or a girl, had her dreams, they also wanted to do things, then they got into a relation, then they got married, you came, and suddenly you know your parents only as parents, but you never looked at your parents as another human being. The day you start to see that, you cannot change the toxicity of the parent, but you can turn that energy into friendship. I was telling few people that ask your father that how he was a young man and what he used to do, what he used to love. Parents are not your parents. Birth to your body. Look at them as a human being. You will see a completely different person. This is your eye, what you say, glass, colored glass, my father. But look, this is a man there. There is a woman there who has her dreams and nobody is listening to her. And there's one of my students that she was saying to me in the past 2 3 years back that I have want to correct my relation with my mother. She's always talking. I say she's a woman. Why she's prodding into your life is because you're not paying her attention. Sometimes just say, Mom, this is beautiful dress. Let me take a picture of you. And take 2 3 pictures of her. That human being feels appreciated. That's it. There is no mother and father. It circulates. Then they start to appreciate you, what you're doing. And then you can playfully tell, okay, don't play dad with me, okay? I understand. Form a connection. You cannot undo a connection. Connection will stay. You have to make it deeper. Deeper is let go of the parenthood and connect with that human being. Understand them, that he was a young boy. You will feel compassion for them. You will actually love for no poor guy. Stuck with bastard of my kind of son or daughter. So you have to create a connection. And also remember this, do not project always at others' fault. You have to see why this is happening to me, that I am going through this situation. You always have a participation. Nothing is happening singularly alone like an island. There is always something in you which is creating that situation also. Maybe you found these parents today because you had some issues in their past life with them. to bridge that gap. And there is no better connection than friendship.
Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhaj Man Haran Bhav Bhayo